told not to talk to us?
I just promise that I'm here to talk, mainly on my job, functionalities.
Do you feel satisfied with the system that CGI has put in place?
I'll try to be objective as much as possible. My main concern is the system was built back to 1999. The technology actually, at this moment, is obsolete already.
Right.
CGI was paid a proportionate 33 1/3% of new revenues, if and when they were collected.
How many people from CGI? Yeah.
There's 10 people assigned to this project.
So what is CGI getting paid for exactly?
They created a program that found these non-filers.
Mr. Sue, in your opinion, do you believe that the tax department staff, and have you had more staff or additional staff that could have done this job?
I believe, if our business analysts can come up with a proper requirements, my people should be able to implement it for non-filers.
You're saying that for this non-filer program, of which we've been told have been very successful and have collected approximately $84 million, of which only $59 million actually came to the state because we had to pay for it, that it could have been done by your staff had you been given the focus and the proper amount of staff could have been done.
I would believe most IT people out there, as long as you have a proper business requirement, we can do it. I cannot lie for this. It's true. It can be done for non-filer.
I said, if you went out and you asked 10 people, would you come work for the state of Hawaii, experts in this field, for $1 million for 2 years? We'll pay you $1 million. 10 people, would you come and do this system? That would only cost us $10 million. We still would have been way ahead of the game. So what is CGI getting paid for?
They created a program that found these non-filers, and it does generate a letter.
Generates a letter. Anybody looks at the letter before it goes out?
All the staff looks at it, they review the letter, make sure it says the right things.
So not CGI looks at it, staff looks at it.
Yes.
What happens when there's issues with those letters?
Then that's when the tax department gets involved.
Okay, so do CGI pay our employees to bird dog some of these mistakes that their software is making? What is the definition of delinquent?
Delinquent means that they filed before and someplace on the way to stop filing.
How many letters have the system generated?
Phase 1, there were almost 42,000 first notices issued and 27,000 second notices issued.
I raised this, Ms. Shakis, because I've been getting a lot of complaints and calls from people who've been receiving these letters that they've already paid their tax. They've been very frustrated. This is a letter, because I've been trying to talk to someone in Excise Tax Division for the past 3 days, only get a recording to say that no one can answer the phone. Several days later, somebody finally called to tell them that, oh yeah, you did file, you did do it, but you put it on the wrong line. The computer didn't pick it up. Well, this person filed, they just put it on the wrong line. So again, you're saying it's non-filer, but they filed. Okay, so they're non-filers or filers?
I guess they're filers.
What about all future payments for the duration of the contract?
All future payments from that taxpayer is also going to this fund, and they go 1/3.
So anybody they identify didn't pay 1 month, 2 months, the fact that they pay it current, then forever till the end of their contract, they're credited with the payments that they made?
This was negotiated back in 2008, yes.
So what was the department collecting prior to this?
In terms of the delinquent taxes, or taxes that people submit, but they haven't paid the taxes, or people submit things and they haven't paid their full share.
And who was collecting it back then?
Our delinquent tax collectors.
So they continue to collect those taxes?
Yes.
Because according to what the tax department have sent in to us, you folks have done quite well in collecting taxes. Back in 2003, you used a benchmark of 113 million. You folks collected 34 million in 1 year. You collected in 2004, 43 million. In 2005, you collected 70 million. In 2006, 69 million. In 2007, 90 million. That's over and above the base benchmark. Page 2 of the SAL document, it states that CGI's obligation to provide all services under this SAL 2 shall be deemed complete upon the ending of the term June 30th, 2011. So even if they don't finish it, according to what's in this document, it's going to be deemed complete. Did you know that?
No, I did not read that. The fact is, I'm very confident they will be finished by June 30th.
Do you believe that CGI will complete all of their requirements by the time they leave?
Well, this piece, I had to be honest to say, I'm not sure because it's too many projects at the same time. To me, I'm kind of worried. You got so many initiatives, you got regular maintenance going on, regular business going on, the tax law change coming out, you got furlough, it's really risky. I'm kind of worried, yes.
Were there any occasions or any specific issues where there were major disagreements?
There were some management issues. For example, last year we tried to do SB 111. And I have to tell honestly, my people really got insulted a lot at that point. We tried so hard and we proved it for past 10 years, it almost as a myth, that it's so people in-house people is incompetent. For some reason, people doesn't trust our in-house people. The morale is so low, which is my concern as IT chief. The turnover rate is so high. But my team, we do try very hard. A lot of stuff we come in weekend, night time. I want to lead by example. I work in the office 7 days a week. I never go home before midnight every day. We monitor the system, maintain the system for past 10 years.
My name is Rajani Adhikari, and I'm an agent for the Hawaii Government Employees Association.
Do you believe that the employees feel intimidated or feel that they'll be retaliated against?
To be honest, the retaliation in the Department of Taxation is very real. Currently, I have a grievance pending specifically on this issue. Stan himself, he was then deputy director, now acting director, of course, publicly reprimanded and basically called into question the competency of a bargaining unit 13 member in public, in a very public way.
Mr. Shiraki, CGI, their role was mainly to create the systems, right?
Yes.
So are they supposed to be getting involved in the day-to-day operations and who's running the department?
I don't believe they do get involved.
Okay, so the fact that CGI sent out a memo, this is CGI, I don't think Marie would be willing to put the hammer down on Kurt based on what she told me yesterday. Major bullet points. The department is operating in a dysfunctional management environment. Kurt is incapable of managing the situation. Solution to the problem, take Kurt out of the picture. Mr. Kawafuji departed Taxation Department June 16th. Empower Sandy Ahiro as the project director. So this is done by Sandy Ahiro. Now you told Senator Sloan that the department had input.
To be frank with you, we didn't get a chance to see the contract until it was signed.
Well, modification number 1 was done unilaterally by Sandy Ahiro. Goes on to describe people in the department. I'm not going to say their names, but they go on to identify people clinically psychotic, past history of alleged workplace violence, manages by intimidation. This is all from CGI. So what kind of contractor that we contract to do our IT work is trying to tell us who to put in charge of the project, who to fire, who's clinically psychotic? And you're telling me these are the people that are going to train these people who went out and said all this stuff?
I believe that's one person there. The person was fired.
This is the head, though. He was the overall, right?
He was a project manager, whatever you call it.
Okay. This person didn't get the information because they were not physically on the property, which means people were funneling information who are still there.
I always tell people, just because you're a consultant doesn't mean they're smart. You know what I'm saying? They get some stupid consultants too.
Do you believe that the morale in this department has gone down because of this contract?
Really across the department with different divisions, with different offices, there is fear of retaliation, there is questions, there's people feeling like something is wrong with this contract, not knowing exactly why, but just knowing that this administration has somehow empowered this private vendor to basically be controlling and directing people within the department. So that is a major concern of ours. Yeah.